saying this. Men get to leave situations with no scratches. They get to move on, be happy. I just saw a lady on TikTok say that. She said, why is it fair that I got cheated on? The side woman knew that he was married, knew that he had a family, and now he left me and my child. Now he gets to go start a new family, and I have to approve of my child being around the woman, and I just got to smile and cheese through it. While I don't agree with people's actions, I do think sometimes women they have a right to be upset, and sometimes these niggas need to get slapped.
But nobody is saying that you don't have a right to be upset. I think it's just all about how you carry shit and how you handle stuff. Like, to me, the ultimate revenge is leaving people in the dust and not fucking with them no more. Like, doing all of that extra shit, I just be thinking you're bothered. Like, you're very...
Of course!
Yes, and I get it, you should be, but also move on with your life. Leave that person in the dust. Like, I don't think you reap good benefits or positive benefits or yield positive results in life when you do evil shit to people on purpose. Yes, granted, this nigga was evil towards you, so you gonna turn into an evil person too? Versus still being a good person.
I agree with you, because that's the road I always take. But I also
I don't know, queen, because you be caping for bitches when they be doing crazy shit.
I understand where you're coming from. I personally wouldn't do it.
Then I think you should say that instead of being like, I feel like it be okay when women do.
Because it does.
But it really don't, though. It's not okay when nobody do the shit. It's not okay when men do it. It's not okay when women do it. It's not okay when humans do fucked up shit to each other.
So my take on that is both parties, my baby daddy and Lex, they both played their part. And when I say they did their big one, they did their big one. And the reason for me even doing this, because honestly, y'all, I was triggered. I was triggered at the common sense that Lex had to say, like, a man needs to be slapped. But it was the lack of accountability that she had for herself and being an active participant in that situation. That betrayal, y'all, did not just affect me. It affected my entire household. It affected my kids. It affected my mindset. I literally had to operate off of a broken heart. Do you understand me? A broken heart. And for years, I allowed people to call me bitter. I allowed people to call me evil. I allowed people to call me mean. And I never once addressed what betrayal has done to me. I just tried to work my way through it, try to boss up from it. But at the end of the day, when somebody in your mind, and when that person is your forever person and you are betrayed by them, it changed your whole outlook on life, on love, on family. And that's what it done to me. I went through therapy, intensive therapy. 1 year I had 3 therapists at one time. Do you understand me? My kids was uprooted from our family home because I could not be in that home no longer without him. So I had to go and buy this house that I'm in now. We are now a divided family from betrayal, from the mindsets of women like Lex P. Not to say this is her mindset now. I'm giving her grace because she's probably outgrown from being a participant in that for that long period of time. But I'm saying the mindsets of women, you do not understand that you do not only affect that person's significant other if there are other people involved.
Yo, it's your boy Schoolie. Welcome back to another episode of NBH TV, Natural Born Hustlers TV. And I just want to bring y'all a little context, man. So basically, Lex P from the Poor Man's, she then went and started messing with her boyfriend, who was a upcoming rapper named Propane, something like that. I don't know the dude, but he was cracking both of them. And I ain't gonna lie, he got some taste, because, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But she basically coming and saying that Lex P practiced all of these things on her show, but she don't really live that same life. And Lex P and Drea, they got the Poor Man's podcast, and it's a good podcast. It's more like women related. You know, they getting lit. They be popping it, talking a little freaky, two baddies, and they just be kind of, you know, vibing, which is a cool podcast. I ain't gonna lie, I tune in too sometime. But something that Lex P kind of denounces, like cheating on your girl, as you can see in that clip, and just being a F-boy, but comes out that she was messing with her friend. I don't know if they was friends like buddies, but I knew they knew of each other, and she was messing with her man basically, and this woman is basically kind of running in the victim Olympics, I want to say, but not really. But she definitely giving it up and just letting people know like she a facade, and that she basically trying to expose her and how Lex P messed up her family. You know what I'm saying? She a home wrecker. That's what she say. But most of these women nowadays, they is, and it really takes a lot for a man to deal with one woman. He got to really love you, especially when he got taste and he got some type of action. But it's your boy Schoolie. Let's keep riding. Let's go.
Now, it would have been probably easier for me to move on if I didn't have children, if this wasn't their dad and stepdad. But that wasn't the case. A lot of my anger has been towards him. Because how could you say you love me? How could you sleep with me every night and knowing that you had a secret relationship with somebody else? How can you always accuse me of cheating? Always accuse me of cheating, but you had an active 6-year relationship. Now, I only know all of this information from watching the podcast because I did become a fan of the podcast. Like, they are a wonderful dynamic. Like, they are so entertaining. But as she started giving him a code name called Rapper Bae, I started putting the pieces together. And then that's what gave my confirmation, because me and Lex worked together at a nightclub for 4 years. And in those 4 years, she was dealing with him. Now, I didn't know, but what gave me an inkling was,
bro, he was cracking 2 scrippers. Oh my God, he living the fucking best life. Propane got gas in him, man. He cracking 2 scrippers. Propane is the man. Do you know how many, like, that's a nigga dream to crack 2 scrippers, 2 bad, man. Look, Propane is the man. And look, you can tell she told her, this is a crazy steal, because you can tell that she thinking about it. Man, this lady look like she'll crash out, man. Look at this lady face right here. This tell you everything you need to know. She'll crash out, man. But let's go.
once I left the nightclub industry, I became a business owner. And so I haven't been on the night scene for a while, with some years. And so I was happy to see Lex when I returned to the nightclub, just a night out. But Lex was still working there. And I seen her and I wanted to embrace her and say, hey girl, how you doing? I screamed her name from across the bar, and she stopped like a deer in headlights. And she just stood there frozen. And I turned around and I'm like, Lex, you good? Like, hey. And she just stopped. But then I noticed her eyes pivoted towards this guy who is my baby daddy's cousin. So when her eyes darted directly to him and I followed her eyes, I literally was like, what? I was like, and so when I looked back at her, she still was just like, and at that moment, I was just like, all right, she must have messed with my baby daddy, or they must be messing around right now. Hopefully it ain't nothing serious. I never addressed it because I truly hoped that it was just like a one-time thing, or it wasn't nothing serious. It wasn't until her podcast that she admitted that they've been doing what they've been doing for 6 years. Mind you, I was with this man for 8 years. So I'm just truly triggered, on the podcast where you can say the consequences for a man doing what he does and leaving the woman with the baggage, and he gets to go on and live his life. And then you have no consequences for the woman that played an active role. You are that woman, Lex P, and you don't owe me no apology. It would have been nice because I knew you. We knew each other. We worked together for 4 years. But however, if you're going to use your podcast, don't use it in a way that shadows your wrongdoing, because you was wrong. You was wrong. I'm still healing from that because my outlook on love has altered. My mindset has truly changed. My trust level with people is shot, okay? Because a person can know you and still do you wrong. A person can lay with you and love you, still do you wrong. A person can build with you and have a family with you and still do you wrong. So that situation out to me, and I don't care about anybody saying, Toya, well, you need to move on, or Toya, you bitter, or Toya, ma'am, listen, that was my person. That was who I stamped as the man of my household, the father of my child, my children, because they saw him as my other two kids saw him as they dad. And I don't have family. That was all the family I had. I built that family dynamic, because it's one thing when I came from a family that I couldn't have. I didn't choose that family. So I don't have family, but the family that I created, that was broken. That was divided by people and they selfish acts. And guess what? People get to go on and have successful podcasts, go on, get to have successful rap careers. And me, I'm dwindling down in my businesses because my mind cannot operate off of the hurt, the pain, the betrayal, the broken heart. And it's like, it's so much came on me. And so for people that just be like, move on, this is not an intentional position or state that a woman that has the livelihoods of many on her hands want to be. But this is where I am. And I can't hide it no more. Imagine grieving somebody and they still alive. Imagine grieving these memories. It's unfair and it's disheartening. And I'm not doing this to bash Lex or my baby daddy, because the situation is done. The only person recovering is Toya. But I'm putting this out there for people that have the mindsets of Lex P's or the mindset she had. Y'all, deal with somebody that ain't got no family, or deal with somebody that ain't, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship. But do y'all understand, like, the damage control that y'all do? It's unreal. It's unreal. Some people like myself take years to recover because in my mind, in my soul, he was a part of my lifetime. So y'all don't get to tell people how to move on. Y'all don't get to tell people how to heal. And most of all, being an active participant, you don't get to dish out consequences if you don't have none for your own.
Damn, man. I kind of feel bad, but I didn't know strippers can fall in love. I know that they girls and everybody got a heart and everybody got a soul and all that good stuff, but I honestly didn't think that women like her who dance for a living can have such a big heart. And maybe I sound crazy, maybe I sound stupid, but that's crazy, man. I kind of feel bad for her. I don't agree with her with the part where she said that her business and stuff going on. Baby girl, you need to shake it and get back to selling the health care and the goddamn daycare. You need to get back to the care, because what happened in your past is cool and it'd be a lot to forgive, especially when that person is your baby daddy or your baby mama. Like, that is ridiculous, because you got to see this person, you got to keep remembering, especially when they moved on or when they got something bad. It'd be kind of crazy. You be really hating and really just want to go crazy. You can see it in her face. She ready to crash out, man. But don't crash out. Keep it going. Lex P, you're bogus, man. Nah, you ain't bogus. You just did what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if she bogus or what. Maybe. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do y'all think she bogus? Or do y'all think people don't care about your situation? Lex P don't owe her no loyalty. Do owe her the loyalty. But either way, it's your boy Schoolie. Until we meet again, my friend, I'm out. Let's go.